All right, let's stay on this topic now and get into the political news of the day with U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar, representing the 5th District of Minnesota. Representative Omar, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Gio.
Absolutely. You know, let's start with Argentina here, because it's rare for the U.S. to intervene in another country's currency market like President Trump has just done. Your reaction to this $20 billion bailout?
Oh, it is just really horrendous to have $20 billion from taxpayers going to Argentina when we know that Argentina right now has gotten rid of their export tax while we have tariffs, and they're selling soybeans to China while soybean farmers in Minnesota and across the country are suffering.
And that's one of the things that a lot of people are talking about right now and thinking about, of course, the government shutdown that's underway right now. What support are you trying to offer federal employees who are furloughed or working without pay right now?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, federal employees are like many employees in the United States, where they are one paycheck away from losing their house, from not being able to pay for childcare in order to continue to go to work, paying for the essential needs that they have. So one of the legislation that we are offering is for there to be support for childcare costs for those that are working without pay.
And this shutdown is also threatening a massive workforce reduction at the Department of Education. As you know, senior leaders there sounded the alarm today, saying that there will soon be no one left to enforce the IDEA Act. Now, that's the law that ensures disabled students get special education services. I want to go ahead and listen into this, and then we'll get your reaction out of it.
The administration is essentially abdicating all of its responsibility related to making sure that children with disabilities receive a free, appropriate public education.
So, Congresswoman, when you hear that, your thoughts on this potential threat to America's most vulnerable students?
Yeah, I mean, when we think about what was already happening before the Trump administration decided to go ahead with the dismantling of the Department of Education and now getting funding for IDEA, is that there was already a donut hole of funding for IDEA to states. We know that there is a huge need across our communities here in America, and to have farther devastation to programs that are essential to keeping our kids educated and keeping that brighter future shining for the United States is really scary.
So many families trying to figure out what comes next. And as for the ceasefire deal, while we have you here in Gaza, President Trump called it a historic dawn of a new Middle East. First of all, your thoughts on that, and what role or action do you hope to see the U.S. take next?
Yeah, I mean, I was obviously optimistic when then the Biden administration got a ceasefire, got hostages out. As you know, there was over 100 hostages that were released with that deal. I was optimistic when Trump, a couple of months ago, did get a ceasefire deal. I'm still optimistic that this one will hold, but we have to see, what this entails. Not only do we want to see the hostages out, not only do we want the hostilities to stop, but we want a lasting peace for the people of Palestine and Israelis as well.
Yeah, lasting peace is what anyone can hope for. U.S. Representative Ilhan Omar, thank you so much for joining us here on Prime.
Thank you for having me.